Alright, so today I decided to do a CV tutorial because I've seen so many fucked up otos. I think there's a problem here. And I think that problem might be people just not knowing what things in the program do. When I began, UTAUing, um, I honestly had no idea what the specific things in the oto did. I don't know about what the lines did. I mean, place things wherever the fuck I wanted, really, because I'm like, I don't know where this goes. Um, but let's get on with it because that's what you're here for. For demonstration, using Anta's Act 3. Hope that's okay. And I just deleted her previous oto because, well, don't need it right now. So I think I will dive in to what exactly everything does from there. So here's Anta's Ga sample. I deleted all the aliases, so ignore that for now, because threw the oto into the recycling bin. So we'll start with, so when you have a blank oto like this, first pull out, you got pink area. This is the consonant. This is the area that doesn't get stretched. So, what's to say about it, really? You don't stretch this part. You stretch the white part. This part, it's normal, because you don't want, your consonant stretched. In this case, it's ga. So, you don't stretch the G in ga. And so, actually, not going to move this part because, as you can see, the consonant's right against the beginning. But what you also need to do is pull the blank part over the end of the sample. So this purpley blue part, that's what does not get played in the sample. So it's completely cut off. And what's nice, I don't know if many people know this, but if you double click the T here, you will hear the sample played as you otoed it. Now my computer is stupid and I cannot record from speakers, so you probably didn't hear that. But basically, this is cut off. It worked, okay? Take my word for it. And now for the hard part are these little lines. And so I grabbed the red line, and you move that where the consonant ends and the vowel begins. The green line is the one that took me the longest to learn. This is the overlap. Now, the thing about overlap is it works different for different consonants. So, what does that mean for ga? I would actually like to take a little trip to VCV land for just a second. So here's I got Tasane Tetos Kasane, what the fuck, whatever her name is. Tetos Sakabi, doesn't matter. What's matter is we're looking at the voice sample currently. So this is ka, ki, kaku, whatever. This is the ika sample, and I just want you to pay attention to what you're looking here between the end of the vowel and the beginning of the next consonant. Ignore everything else. We're going to ignore this oto bit and just look at this. There's a little bit of space. What does that mean? Have you ever tried saying, okay, try it now. Ika, ika, ika. There is no possible way you can say ika without a slight pause between the ending vowel and the beginning consonant. See, look at this. Look at this. Look at this little pause. It's not even, you know, 0.1 seconds long, whatever that is. It's super short. And I think most people forget about it. It's easily forgettable. And if you're making a bank, you know, your synthesized singing voice, don't forget it. And most people don't give a shit about it when it comes to UTAU. So it's easy enough to, you know, get that pause in the VCV bank because that's what it's for, naturally making the voice sound natural. You have all the natural pauses in a VCV bank. But for CV, since you're only saying one consonant at a time, it's a little tougher. And that's what this overlap is for. So, ga is one of those consonants where you can't go ga. There is a slight pause there. I mean, okay, but to get that natural transition in the CV bank, what do? You actually have to move this green line backwards, because basically overlap is telling you how far in a sample you should play from the last one. So say I put overlap here, you're probably not going to hear the ga, the g, you're going to hear the ah because it's overlapping. Say the last sample was a key, you're going to go e, ga. See, I can't do it because I'm not a UTAU. But it's going to sound bad. You're not going to hear the G. The I is just going to blend into the A because the overlap is so fucking far in. So, to prevent that, you drag the green line backwards, even into this gray area. What this means is the overlap won't happen. You're going to hear the G if you've fitted the UST correctly. And it's going to be dandy. It's just going to be great. That's this. Okay, see this? This is the otoed sample. It's done. Ship it. Whatever. It's done. And so that's how you oto, you know, a consonant like ga. And the same goes for the other consonants like ta, the t's, the k's, the d's, b's. You know, it's quite easy to know which ones require this if you go to a resource that's really simple to find. If you have UTAU, you have this resource. This resource I like to call Defoco. Seriously. She comes with the fucking program. I don't know where that happens. Okay. Let's just take a look at her ga. This is a little different because her ga is not right up, you know, beginning there. This is optimally how you would oto this. I had to improvise, but this is how you do it. Really, just look at Defoco's oto. You will learn a lot. So much. Just look at it. I bet nobody looked at her oto. Okay? Now, the only thing about Defoco's oto I disagree with is her vowels, which are otoed like this, with no overlap at all. Look, I know, you know, she's the default UTAU. I just can't agree with that. It sounds robotic, which, you know, that's what Defoco is for. She's pretty robotic. She is 100% synthesized. There we go. So, how I like to oto vowels is, now, otoing vowels is a little different. Let's still take the overlap, still make the consonant. I always bring it in here. I don't like hearing the beginning of the vowel in this situation. Why? Because you're usually going to be blending the vowel with something before it. Not always, but usually. And this is actually something weird I learned, and I wish I knew why this worked. This is probably one of the only things I'm not sure why it works well. It doesn't work all the time. But here's the consonant, and I've actually learned you can put the overlap past the consonant, and for some reason this makes your vowels blend a lot better. Why? I don't know. And I've had cases where otoing like this will crash resampler. And that's not a good thing, so do it at your own discretion. If it works, great. If it doesn't, the next best thing would be to just oto it normally. You want to give it a little bit more overlap because you can blend into a vowel from any other vowel. I mean, you go E, obviously you can do it. You want there to be overlap here. So, that's done. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. So the oto, the last kind of consonant, I will go to the S's, sa. It's a good one. Now these kinds are a little different. Boop. Boop. So you want to make the cutoff at the end, as usual. Always do that. And we make our consonant, no stretchy pink blob. And we put our consonant line there. And that's where the vowel begins. And the overlap actually goes partway through the S. Why? Because you can blend from a vowel to the S sound. As. There's no pause there. Asa, asa. Let's go back to good old Teros. Sa, 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 sa. She's the same thing. He uses the same stuff. Hey, this is the consonant here. And you can see how this blends. There's no pause. Here it is again. It goes straight from the vowel to the consonant to the next vowel. It goes ashu here. And so you oto it that way. See, you have the overlap going about partway through the S. And that's how you oto that. I mean, I hope that's straightforward. I hope you understand that. So that is the third kind. So not really the last kind, but another way you can change things a little. Here we got cha. Cha. My bad. Okay, blank, consonant, no stretchy. And sometimes, let's say the consonant's a little bit long. You can change that, actually, cutting off a bit of it. So you're actually shortening it artificially with the blank part. See, it's purple here. It cuts off the consonant. Because, I mean, usually you want the consonant to not be too long. If it's too long, you gotta cut it. Otherwise, it will be eaten by your UTAU. It's never fun. You put that there as usual. And again, you put this behind the pink part. And so it doesn't overlap. And so those are my C-view otoing tips. That's about all I got. If you got any questions, feel free to let me know. Leave a comment or send me a message. And, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope this helped. I'd like to see some awesome, not shitty otos. You got that? Peace.